Hey team, as promised, here is our guide to the card system within Paragon. The card system is simple at face value, but can also be pretty complex once delved into deeply. In this video, we're going to be going over the basics of cards, and what every deck in Paragon should consist of to get you started in the battle for Agora. Let's start at the very beginning. So cards in Paragon are the equivalent of items in other MOBAs you might have played, like League of Legends or Dota 2. The key difference is that you don't have access to all the cards that exist in the game. You can build a deck that consists of 40 cards, and you can build multiple decks for a certain hero to cater to different situations. You used to have to pick your deck before going into a match, but a widely requested change that Epic listened to was that players should be able to pick the deck they'll be drawing from upon entering the game. This allows for a prepared player to look at his opponents and choose a deck that best suits the strengths of his or her team and the weaknesses of the enemy team. Because of this, the deck you choose and the cards within them become a unique tactical element that, while similar to some systems in other games, really distinguishes itself from the pack of MOBAs you find on the market today. For your first 4 account levels of Paragon, the game will limit you to using pre-made decks constructed by the developers. But at level 5, you'll unlock the Deck Builder system, which allows you to further customize your playstyle on a particular hero. Decks are restricted to being by hero, and heroes each have 2 unique card types called Affinities that they can use in their deck, with the exception of Kalari, Gadget, and Twin Blast, who only have 1 affinity type they can use. There are 6 different card affinities: Order, Corruption, Fury, Growth, Intellect, and Universal. They are each assigned a unique color. Order is white, Corruption is black, Fury is red, Growth is green, Intellect is blue, and Universal is gray. As you may have already guessed, Universal cards are usable by all heroes, while the other 5 affinities are dependent on the 2 colors the particular hero that the deck is being built for can use. So, we've picked our hero, Steel in this instance, so we'll be limited to Order, Intellect, and Universal cards. You'll notice the game gives the option to use the cards in current decks, the starter decks in this instance, as a framework for the deck you're building. If a starter deck or a deck you've custom built feels ideal to you and you want to just make a few tweaks for different situations, then this is a handy option. For this video though, we'll be starting from scratch. Fair warning before we continue, the deck we're building isn't one I'm recommending for Steel, but instead just one that we'll use to show off how you can build a deck yourself. If you want, we could make ideal deck guides for heroes that we're familiar with or that you request, so let us know in the comments. Anyways, back to the deck. You'll notice immediately that there are 3 card categories that every deck needs: the Prime card, Equipment cards, and Upgrade cards. The Prime card is a latent ace up the sleeve that every deck has. You can see there are 3 that I currently have available. I'm not sure if there are more than these, if so, I've yet to encounter them. These are the Archmagus, the Centurion, and the Warlord. Each deck has exactly 1 Prime card which will activate when the Orb Prime, or OP, buff is activated for your team. This buff is acquired from fighting a rather strong jungle monster as a team and taking what it drops to the other side of the map. But we'll go into more detail about it in our guide to the jungle and the buffs therein. For now, just know that your Prime card is representative of the stats and bonuses you receive when picking up the OP buff, comparable to the Baron Nashor buff in League of Legends. Now, we get into the thick of deck building. Equipment cards and Upgrade cards. Equipment cards come in 2 basic varieties: active and passive. Active cards having some use outside of strengthening your character's stat pools, and passive cards increasing anywhere from 1 to 3 statistics on your character, such as physical damage and attack speed, or energy damage and mana. All passive items and most active items also have 3 upgrade slots, which can be filled with any 3 upgrade cards of your choice, and add on to the base values of said item. Each passive equipment card has a unique bonus that is unlocked and added to your character stat bonuses when all 3 upgrade slots in the equipment card have been filled. It is important to note that so far as progression in game, you should always buy an item and fill it with upgrades before buying your next item for the largest spikes in power. While on the subject of upgrades, item cards will only accept upgrade types that correspond with the statistics that the item already buffs. An item card that has physical damage and attack speed can accept physical damage and attack speed upgrades, while an item card that has energy damage and mana can accept energy damage and mana upgrades, and so on and so forth. You'll notice that on all of these cards, there are values in the top left corner of the card. This denotes how many card points you'll need to spend in a match to purchase them. You get card points in-game in sets of 3 after a certain amount of card experience, which is gained from killing heroes and minions, basically working like gold in League of Legends. Due to this, you need to plan the cards you have in your deck according to certain stages of the game. Some 2 and 3 upgrade cards are really safe, and then maybe some 4s and 5s in the case of a long game, where you want extra snowball potential and edge on your opponents. You'll want a small batch of items that will allow you some minor flexibility in your role, and then fill the rest of your deck with upgrade cards that can support the possible paths you might follow with those items. Which just about wraps up this guide about cards, decks, and even a little bit of strategy about how to build your deck and be successful out on the battlefield. Let us know in the comments what you liked, or didn't like, about this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Paragon content, and until next time, team.